Hey everybody, this is Matt the StarCraft, and welcome back to Game 2 between our good friend here, GoOdy, who is going to be the Teal Terran. Let's get a good picture of GoOdy, shall we? There he is. And we got our purple Zerg. I'm going to call Gos, but his name is goswser. It might be somebody playing under a different name. It didn't say so in the replay pack when I grabbed it. But this is going to be Game 2 in this best of 3. Last game we saw Gos take the game relatively decisively after a failed attempt Reaper harass from GoOdy. That was on Tal'Darim Altar LE. We are now on Shattered Temple. And again, this is going to be for the ZOTAC Cup, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Like I said, last game, GoOdy pretty much did a failed Reaper attempt to harass. Gos did a great job of continuing to macro up. GoOdy did lock down his natural expansion for a bit, but wasn't able to actually take down the hatchery. Just prevented drones from mining for a while, forcing Gos to go into a one-base roach strategy for a while. Once he got all of his roaches out, quickly disemboweled all of the Reapers that were sitting in the bunkers right at his natural expansion, and then progressed to push and end that game with a Nidus Worm. Very cool play, relatively quick game, so definitely go check it out. I believe it's around the 10-minute mark in real time, 12 minutes Blizzard time. So definitely go check that video out. I was said in the last video, I'll say it in this video. This is going to be the last day you can subscribe and sign up and leave a comment in the video to win a lesson with Spanishiwa. So check out that video. I'll link it here. And we'll see what happens. This game, looks like it's going to be a similar strategy from Gos. He's going to be going from a hatch first, sending his drone out there a little early, getting ready to take it once he hits that 300 mineral mark. And as far as GoOdy goes, dropping that barracks up, trying to give a wall in, really chasing that drone around so he can't get a good scout, but it looks like Gos is not going to have any of it and get as much scouting as he wants done. Going to move on in here. I like that. He did click on a mineral there. That is why you see him float through units. Any worker unit that floats on through other units means he did click on a mineral, because they pretty much just ignore all clipping and ignore all physics and glide on through. Going to be stealing that gas just to keep his drone alive so he can poke out here. See what kind of add-on he's going to be grabbing. I'm not sure if he saw the add-on. Let's take a peek. He did see the tech lab going down. So similar opening from GoOdy that we saw last time. Hopefully this time, if he decides to go Reaper, his Reaper won't get stuck on his own buildings, and they are much closer spawn this time around. So we'll see if it's going to be a Reaper again. It looks like it may be, as he does have a... Yep, there's the Reaper. Have it queued up to be bouncing on out. Much closer spawning positions this time. Reaper could just jump on up here, and it's going to be much earlier, so he might be able to get a few free drone kills before the Zerglings pop out. As I don't even know, there is one Zergling, two pairs of Zerglings popping out right now. So he will have the Zerglings potentially on the field, but Reapers are so damn fast and so damn good at doing what they do that if they get there in time, they can do some decent damage prior to them being able to stop it. So we'll see if he's able to get much done with this Reaper, as last time he was not. And it looks like actually he's going to be sending his Zerglings out off the creep. Didn't expect a Reaper this time, even though that's what happened last time. And now he's going to be caught completely undefended and unguarded, as he's going to be starting to pick off drones left and right here. Let's keep the kill count on this guy. 2 drones so far. Queen pops out, so he'll be able to do some warning. Maybe get a couple shots off of the Queen. Going to be on the high ground. That's the great thing. Could try to take out another drone. No. Going to fire away at that Queen. And yes, there goes another drone. So 3 drones thus far. Moving on into the main, as the Zerglings should be making their way back right now. He is going to be moving out with 3 drone kills under his belt. Say, my job is done. I did a good job. So some minor damage. That is very, very... that kind of damage this early game at this level of play can actually be quite detrimental to a player, especially a Zerg player, where they depend so heavily on early kills, on early droning up, just to get ahead in the game. We do have a Baneling's nest dropping down, so we'll be seeing a Baneling bust perhaps dropping pretty early against GoOdy. We'll see how he handles that. And what I absolutely love is this Overlord placement, because he is able to get the exact time, if I believe it correctly. He has no idea that that's there because he's in the upper ground, but he is able to see that gas timing. So he knows that he's going to be grabbing a very early second gas for the most part, and going maybe something particularly tech heavy, as you don't really need that much gas as Terran this early in play. He does have his command center up, so getting ready to take his expansion. A starport going down, so we do have a factory, and the blue flame is going down as well. Hellion going to get in here, try to get a few free kills. Not before the Zerglings to hightail it back and get ready to defend, as he's going to be meeting up with his other Zergling brethren, as they do now have Zergling speed and are going to be able to quickly ward this guy off. since he does not have Blue Flame yet. The Blue Flame's a good 30 or so seconds before finishing, and he's going to quickly scout this out of here. He's going to have Marines on the high ground waiting to pick off as many Zerglings as he can. But if he can get this Hellion out this early in the game before he's able to do much damage, one Hellion down this early is quite good. And now the Banelings, I see them. There they are. I see them on the production tab, are going to be dropping. So getting ready. Doesn't want him to know the Banelings are coming. Does not want him to see that at all. So he's going to quickly try and take out this Hellion. Really just kind of sack his Zerglings to do so, and gets it, which is good. And now he's going to be popping out a bunch of Zerglings. So here comes the Baneling bust. If he can do a lot of damage with this, it'll put him so far ahead in the game. And that it'll be very difficult for Goody to come back. I love my Ice Tea, guys. I'm a huge Ice Tea fan. And here comes the Baneling bust. What is he going to be able to do against this? I'm not sure. There goes a Tech Lab and a Supply Depot completely supply blocking him, and actually using all of his Banelings straight up to kill off the entire Marine army, and now going to quickly finish off the Marines. And now he's going to have a bunch of Zerglings running amok, but the Blue Flame is done, so don't expect them to do too much damage. But buying him a little bit of time, it looks like, to get these Banelings out, as Hellions don't really do too much against Banelings in general. Never mind ones that are being morphed on in. And now they are at full health since they did hatch, going straight for that mineral line. Goody needs to get them out of there. Only one Baneling is going to get in there, so he's not going to kill them off. But look at all those SCVs in the red. Imagine if he got both the Banelings in there, how many workers would be killed. But that is not going to be it from Goody, as he is going to continue to push, try to break down this wall, continuing to pop a bunch of Banelings out, pulling them on back so they can't get killed after they pop. And a couple of them are going to be out there, sending them straight up that line and sending the Zerglings in there to force those Hellions back. Getting one in there. He could do a ton of damage with this one Baneling. Goody needs to try to block this off with SCVs, and he does, only allowing a few of them to get killed, so the workers killed is 5-4, so pretty even right now, but a few more Banelings are working in. He is relentless right now, and there he goes. He scooched past a bunch of them, getting a good chunk and trying to finish off a few there. He is now up to 15 workers killed, putting him significantly ahead. Has he decided to back off? I don't think he has, guys. More Zerglings are moving in. They're going to regroup straight at the middle of the map and get ready. It's going to give him a chance to wall this off with a good chunk of Hellions, and now these SCVs are going to come over here and do some repairs, as they need to keep these guys alive to ward off any impending pushes. And it would be good to see him wall this off with a barracks or something, to if just in case he decides to do another Baneling rush, he'll have to use them all on the wall. So, and as you can see, there were Banelings on the way. I did see them on there, and there they are. I did see them on the supply thing, and actually here comes a barracks right now, sending his Hellions out to do some counter aggression on their own. Is he going to get there in time? It looks like he is, and there is the wall, and sadly it will not last very long, as here come more Banelings, and these SCVs are just going to hide in the corner as they are afraid of dying. And boom goes the dynamite, and here come the Zerglings while he's attempting to do some counter aggression himself. But let's see if he can get a lot of workers killed, as that is pretty much his goal right now, as most of them are pretty much hurt to shit. And now here he goes, he's going to start picking them all off. That's a lot of explosions I heard. And as that, he's going to get a good scout on the fusion core. So, damn, he's going to know that the that the battle cruisers are coming. And sadly, he is actually going to have a bunch more Banelings being built right in his base. He's going to get a couple of them picked off before they hatch, but here are the rest. And he did manage to get most of his SCVs that were left out of there, but he is going to pick off what he can, only having Hellions left. And actually, that's quite good on Goss's part, killing off that many workers, and knowing that the battle cruiser is on the way, that's going to buy him time. He's not going to be able to get much, or if any. Actually, it looks like he's going to get one battle cruiser out, as he's not going to have the economy or the worker count to really provide the minerals and the gas he needs. So that pretty much shut down his entire battle cruiser strategy, which was genius. I actually love that. He got quite lucky there. 29 workers killed. Looking at the unit count, he is exceedingly ahead. 35 drones to his 15 SCVs. So Goss has got to feel really comfortable, and if he can maintain a lead like this, he's pretty much going to have this game in his hands. And I like his reaction to knowing that the battle cruisers are coming. He is dropping the evolution chamber, and he's probably going to be dropping a spore crawler or two. But he also decided to go very heavy queen production. He has 5 queens, a 6th queen on the way, so he's going to be quite prepared for this. Those Zerglings more than paying for themselves with the workers that they killed and the scouting they got done. So Goody's going to be very, very, very behind. If he loses this game, he's going to be out of this completely, as this is a best of 3. And if he goes 2-0, and it's going to hurt, as Goody is such a good player. Here comes the single battlecruiser, but he's going to find that Goss is going to be quite ready. Pulling back his queens. Doesn't want him to wait for that last one to come up, and now he's going to have 4 queens. This guy only going to have 2 kills on him. He's going to try and kill off a few more, but now the Spore Crawler is up, and pretty much Battlecruiser Harass is going to be completely and utterly denied, as these 5 queens are more than enough to handle that single Battlecruiser. And as you can see in the production tab, no more Battlecruisers on the way since he can't afford it. His mineral count is going to be through the roof compared to his gas count, as he's not able to support it. He is dropping his expansion, but sadly it's very, very late. And here come a bunch of Hellions. They are going to be around. Look, looks like Goss has got great reaction, moving those drones out of there before really anything is able to happen to them. And now these queens are just going to do a little ring around the rosy, playing musical chairs with these Hellions, as they are pretty much saying, "Na na 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 na, you can't catch me," killing off as many drones as they can. And now he's not going to really worry about moving his drones. It looks like he wants to make sure these Hellions are in easy to kill places now that these roaches are out to finish them off. Gonna not worry too much about the workers killed. He is up to 18 workers killed, so I mean he did do a good amount of damage, but still, compared to the 29 and the unit count, it shows clearly that he is ahead. He has 40 to 31, so about 10 workers ahead. And as you can see by the insane amount of queue up, GoOdy is behind. He is actually supply blocked, which is no bueno. He needs to get some sort of there we go, supply depot's up, so GoOdy is putting himself behind. I really think that early Baneling bust and the insane amount of Zerglings really messed with his head, has really put him behind and put him into panic mode, and hasn't been able to get out of it since, which is sad since GoOdy is such a good player, but we'll see what happens. Command Center going down, getting ready to take his 3rd, but as you can see, he is going to be grabbing his 3rd a bit on the earlier side, dropping his 3rd right now, and it looks like he's going to be going straight for the gold, so potentially double expanding as his economy will allow him to. Spire is actually almost done. He's getting a good chunk of roaches out, getting level 1 missile attacks. He is going to have speed drops, looks like, and speed for the Overlords also going down, so perhaps some Overlord drops. Last time we did see like I said, we did see the Nidus Worm go down, so Overlord drops is something you also don't see too much. I mean, you do see it, particularly with the Baneling drops, but if he's doing something a bit different, you don't see, especially when he has some insane lead like he has right now. And now he is going to be grabbing his 3rd, going to be morphing this probably into an orbital well before this goes down, as he does have the time and the minerals to do so. We'll see if that's what he decides to do. Siege Tank's going to be guarding up. His army is very small. Honestly, if this guy, ooh, and here we go. I would say if he decides to push right now, he could probably do some massive damage, and it looks like he's going to. And there's the other expansion, so he's going to be grabbing his 4th base. And again, he's not going to have the missile turret up in time to deflect this. He does know, it looks like, or at least is anticipating, anticipating the Spire going down, and he's got queens here, so some transfusions, maybe some creep tumor spreading to prevent any building and make him force his energy, force him to waste his energy on scans. And it looks like he's now going to have to pull back SCVs and Hellions and all, even his battlecruiser coming in here, forced to pull back, was able to do a little bit of damage there, and now the transfuses are going down. He's going to get a lot of SCV kills, not what you want to see. Oh, that's so rough for GoOdy, losing even more SCVs. That's going to delay his 3rd even more. He was prepping to take it, but sadly he's not going to be able to afford it, losing all those SCVs again. And now these pretty much are just going to run amok. He did just decide to sack those queens. He didn't need them anymore, knowing that those battle cruisers were not going to do too much, and now he's just going to take out what he can in this base, set this on fire, and the battle cruisers are going to come over here and pick them all off pretty much as they can. And it looks like he's going to finish them up by picking them up into the Overlords and scooching them out of here just as a Thor is popping out. Taking a look at the workers killed, 47 workers killed. Guys, that is so crazy. I don't know if GoOdy can come back from this. He is so far behind. His 3rd has been completely delayed. He has no more, I mean, he's going to be a little bit oversaturated here, but he's just not going to have the worker count to combat. Like I said, he's at 35, so at 30 he's at 10 behind. He's lost so many. He'd be so far behind. His 3rd would be up and running. He'd probably be just getting back into this game right now if he hadn't just had that massive attack put on him, delaying that factory, but it's picking off that SCV, going straight for the Thor, magic boxing right over him, so splash damage is going to be completely minimized. There goes the Thor. Now going to go for that other Thor. GoOdy's going to be forced to pull those SCVs to do some reparations on that Thor. Will he be able to get it? It looks like he might, as he is. Looks like he's targeting those SCVs and letting the Glaive Worm do the extra damage to the Thor. So yes, there goes the Thor, and the battlecruiser will just have to do what they can, but not before he gets these 4 out of here. So definitely worth the harass, picking off the Thors, picking off, delaying the factory even more, and getting some more. And here comes the Roach push, relentless as ever. Goss has been doing such a phenomenal job. He's playing very very Goody-like, like in my previous replay between Goody and Damaga. Very harassment heavy, drop heavy. It looks like more Roaches pushing up the front. Some Mutalisks and some Corruptors that dropped so much damage, and now he's going to be catching these Hellions who are attempting to do some damage, but those Mutalisks are pretty much going to ward them off. These guys are going to be sitting out front. I like that he's mixed Corruptors in there just to pick off that Thor, and just keeping them in the mix just in case. And now he's going to be moving on in here. Is he going to be able to do much? He's going to be picking off those Hellions in the corner, and now he's going to be gunning straight for the battlecruiser. If that battlecruiser has been destroyed, his air superiority, or at least any effort or defense in the air he had that was even mildly more beneficial than just having a few Thors, is going to be completely broken down. And now it's going to be 1 Corruptor, or actually 2 Corruptor versus that battlecruiser, and now it is all gone, no longer needing them. He does have the Infestor Pit down, as I did see that in the production tab, and there it is. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like he's going to be grabbing the Pathogen Gland. Actually going to be using it just to go straight to Hive. His creep spread is actually pretty damn good. It is slowly approaching the base. His 3rd base is going to be on the way. He is attempting to saturate it, and we look at the worker count. It is 69 to 32? Yeah, 32, so not looking good for Goody, but still hanging in there. I've seen worse situations where people have come back, and hell, you never know. Goss may pull an Idra and just quit because he doesn't want to play even more, even though he's winning. And now we have another drop coming through. Crazy Goss is going for another drop, very Terran style play, and he's going to be dropping right here. More Roaches, stopping it, and just completely taking out that turret before it gets anywhere. So a waste of minerals, sadly, and it looks like he's going to be having them just sitting here on attack and just taking out whatever they see. These Hellions don't want to go anywhere without the mommy and daddy Thor and Siege Tank coming with them, as they are afraid for their lives, and I would be too. And if you take a look, as he's harassing up here, he is swinging around with another contingent of Roaches, just doing a quick scan and taking down these rocks. Going to be checking for that 3rd. I like that a lot. He doesn't know it's there. I do not believe, if we take a look at his vision, he doesn't. And he is going to be counterattacking with a few Hellions, but sadly he's got to be quickly taken out. And now going to be stopped, and now not much he's going to be able to do. There go the rest of the Roaches. They're going to be pulled back. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath there. And he did do a good amount of damage. This thing's going to be on fire unless repaired. It is going to be destroyed, and he is completely supply capped right now. So not looking good, especially if he loses this other one, which it looks like he may. And the other Roach is just completely stopping it and pulling it out. And he is so far ahead in the food, in the worker count, and in pretty much everything that is not really. And there goes the supply depot. Didn't catch it in time, and bam, he is completely supply capped again. Saturated here in the gold pretty well for Goss. He is 67, even droning up now, continuing to macro up, not going to let his macro game go to waste. And he's just going to come over here. Looks like he's going to leave a Roach just to make sure he doesn't land it anytime soon, unless he decides to bring over a few of his very precious few army over. And if he does that, he's going to basically be weakening his defense over in his main and his natural. And now going to start picking off some supply depots again. That is not what he wants, as he is supply capped, and his minerals are so low he can't really afford to. Going to go straight for the Siege Tanks. The Siege Tank's going to be pulled back to the other sieged up ones, just so they can quickly clear out these Roaches, but they are going to pick one off. I would have liked to see Goss pull them back and just go straight for these supply depots, as he pretty much doesn't have the ability to do much else. But, he's not done. He is bringing them up. More Roaches. Goody is going to see that before they do anything. He can't land this at all still. He does have a Roach over here to keep an eye, just in case he does have a secondary 3rd or 4th going up. If you take a look at the economy, take a look at the income tab right now, Goss has a huge lead. He's getting about 1,200 minerals a minute here. And his Roach count is more than enough to deal with whatever army Goody has, and he is going to be moving on in. And there's the GG, knowing they're out there. Goss saying GG just after, and so he is going to take this 2-0. Good for Goss. I wish I knew who he was. If you guys know who he is, let me know. And yeah, so awesome, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this cast, and I will see you guys next cast. Matt the StarCraft. Peace on out.